Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am showing you how to get this classic glam holiday Christmas makeup look. I absolutely loved how it turned out. And normally when it comes to me, I love rocking a red lip when it comes to Christmas or any holiday just because it really just brings the spirit. So I just showed you guys a classic look for a holiday using a red lip and doing a really simple but glam eye look. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And yes, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe down below. And if you guys want to see how to get this glam classic holiday look, let's go ahead and get started. As you guys already see, I do have my eyebrows on and my eyelids primed and ready to go. For primer, I just go ahead and use concealer and set it with a face powder. So let's go ahead and get started. So the palette we're going to be using today is an oldie but a goodie. I use this so many times throughout my years of doing makeup and doing YouTube. This right here is the Tartelette Amazonian Clay Matte Palette. As you guys see, it's very, very used and loved. I love this palette so much. If you're a beginner, I really highly recommend this palette. Even if you just like neutral tones, this palette has everything you need to create a really soft look to a really glam look because you have your black. Yes, there's a black, and there's a little bit left, and I still try to get a little bit out of there each time I do my makeup. And then we have some browns, we have some really nice matte shades. There is no shimmer in this palette, so if you do like shimmer, then I recommend getting maybe a different one from them. They have a bunch of different palettes, but I really love the matte one. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. So first I'm taking Force of Nature, just a really nice matte light brown shade. I'm going to be taking this on a Morphe M504 brush. It's a really nice big fluffy brush. I'm just going to be popping this directly into my crease from inner to outer corner, doing circular and windshield wiper motions. But I'm so excited for the holidays. I absolutely love them. I love Christmas. Let me know down below what you guys celebrate because I would love to know who my subscribers are, where they're from. So let me know what you guys celebrate. Is it Christmas? Is it Hanukkah? What do you celebrate? I would really love to know. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know if you guys prefer this type of background or if you guys like more of like that green screen look. I really never know what to do. And since I film in my room, I have no space for that green backdrop. So hopefully you guys like this one because this is literally like all the room I have. You guys should see what it's like in here. It's a disaster. I have my 3 lights plus my vanity and my bed's right here. It's just such a mess, but you know, good fun. Okay, so the next color I would normally go into is Dreamer. It's just a brown shade, a little bit more darker, but as you guys saw, that color is no longer in that palette because I dropped this palette numerous of times and it fell out. So I'm just going in and taking my bronzer. This is the Laura Mercier #1 bronzer, pretty much similar colors, and I'm taking that on a Morphe M506 brush. Just a warm brown shade. But if I did have that color, I would go in with that color. I'm taking a warm brown shade on that pencil brush, and I'm applying this directly on that outer corner. And I kind of want to smoke it out a little bit on the lash line, so I want to bring it closely to my lash line and really just build this color up. Again, these colors are not going to show super dark because I'm going to go in with the lighter colors first and then build it up into a darker color. Okay, so now that we have them colors on, we're going to build it up and make it darker. So I'm taking Multitasker, this is a dark brown shade, and I'm taking that same pointed pencil brush, the Morphe M506 brush. It's my favorite brush of all time. And I'm applying this right on that outer edge and kind of bringing in like a liner, just right there on the lash line. You guys see I'm stopping halfway. I'm not bringing that shade all the way into the inner corner. I'm just bringing it in very subtly. Again, you can do what you like, but I personally like it just halfway. This palette is such a good one. I haven't used it in so long. I recently just cleaned out my vanity, and I noticed that I haven't been using all of my palettes. And I have so many, so it's so hard to use every single one. So the ones that I haven't used in a while, I put out on my desk with some organizers, and I was like, okay, that's probably a better way for me to maybe use these palettes. And this one was one of them. I was like, oh, perfect, I can do a look at this one. I used to use this palette all the time if you guys watched me back then. I'm just taking my big fluffy brush and just blending that out. So now I'm going in with a liner brush right here with that same dark brown. and applying this really, really closely to my lash line. It's going to create that liner effect, but give it more of a smoky look. And again, I'm leaving that inner corner area bare, but again, if you want to go ahead and do that, it just closes the eye a little bit more. I don't want my eye to be super small or closed in, so I'm just doing it very softly. Then going back in with that brush, and a little bit of that brown just to smoke it out. Okay, so now very lightly I'm going back into that eyeliner brush that we used, and I'm going in with that black shade right here called Fashionista. There's a little bit left in my palette, and I'm just taking a little bit of that and applying this really, really closely to my lash line. Of course, you can go ahead and skip the black, but I feel like this adds a really nice smokiness to the look. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. Add it just a little bit on the lash line, just a tiny bit. And then with no additional color, I'm going to blend that out and smoke it out. Such a nice like smokiness to the look without making it super dramatic. Do the same thing to this eye, really closely to my lash line. Lastly, I'm just going to go back into that first shade that we used and blend everything out just to make sure there are no harsh lines. So I'm loving how it's looking. I'm going to go in and apply the Ardell 252s. If you guys want to go ahead and apply a wing liner, that's definitely a classic holiday makeup look. You can go ahead and do that now, but I don't really like how a wing looks on my eye. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my lashes. Again, the Ardell 252s. These are my absolute favorite. I'm going to apply these, and then we'll go ahead and start the face. Okay, so I went ahead and popped on my lashes, and now we're going to start the complexion. Now for this, I want it to be super glowy, super radiant, but also very full coverage and glam at the same time. So let's go ahead and prime our skin. I've really been loving this one by e.l.f. This is the Poreless Putty Primer. I've really been liking this one. If you have pores that are really large, this one really fills them in really nice. I'm not going to say it like smooths it out completely. Definitely doesn't do that, but it does it a little bit to where you definitely notice the difference and your makeup looks a lot smoother. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my nail and apply this. I like applying this to my cheeks and kind of like the center T-zone because that's where I get the most pores, and then I rub it in. Okay, so now taking the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. This is in the shade Fair Glow. I love this stuff. You can either mix this in with your foundation, or you can go ahead and apply it right on top of your skin. Now for today, I'm just going to apply it on my skin on the high points. This really pops through the foundation, which I really like, so now I'm just looking for a brush. Apply this on the high points where I would normally highlight. So right here on the cheekbone, as you guys see, it has such a nice radiance to it. I love this stuff. And it's drugstore, so can't get any better than that. Okay, so now that our skin is prepped and primed and ready to go, let's see. For foundation, I have a bunch of foundations over here that I really do like. So for today, I think I'm going to go with my tried and true. This right here is the Nars Natural Radiant. As you guys know, I use this all the time on my channel. These are my favorite foundations. So now I'm going to be mixing these two right here. This one's in the shade Vienna, and then the other one is in Oslo. And I'm going to be mixing them too because the other one's a little bit too dark and the other one's a little bit too light. I like this foundation, especially for a glam look, because it adds a really nice finish and radiance, but it's also very full coverage, but it doesn't look cakey. So I really like this one. I use it on all my clients. So I'm just mixing that on the back of my hand and applying a few dots onto my skin. My Real Technique sponge, I'm just going to pat this into my skin. It blends out so easily. I should be able to see, like, look at that. It's a beautiful finish, and then adding them Lumi drops underneath really just pops through where you really want the radiance and the glow to shine. So now for highlighting and concealing, I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer. I'm basically using all my favorites in this video because it's just a classic holiday glam look. And these products are just perfect for a glam look. So I was applying this right under my eyes in like a triangle shape. And then down the center of my face. This really is going to brighten up and kind of elongate your face and make it look nice and awake. Just going back in with my sponge to blend that out. This is a Real Technique sponge if you are wondering. I love it. Oh, this concealer is so good. I really like it. I used to use the Tarte Shape Tape, but then I ran out of it. And then Too Faced sent me this, and I've been into it ever since. Okay, so now that we have our complexion pretty much close to being done, we're going to set that. I've been loving the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to take some of this. And the brush that I've actually been loving to do this with is the Kat Von D Shade and Light brush. I'm just going to set my concealer down. Such a nice fluffy brush, so it doesn't add too much product, but like the perfect amount. Complexion is looking perfect, so before we finish it, we're going to go ahead and finish the eyes. Basically, just doing the same thing we did on the top. Going back into that Morphe pointed pencil brush, I'm taking that first shade that we used right here. And I'm going to apply this from inner to outer lash line. Not going down too much. I don't want it to be super smoky. Just subtle. I'm blending that again from inner to outer corner, connecting it to that outer half. Going back in with the eyeliner brush, I'm going to be taking that dark brown shade and putting this really closely to my lash line. I'm only stopping halfway where we stopped on the top. Again, not going all the way in. This really adds a nice smokiness. Like, look at that. Love that. Going back in with that brush we used, the pointed one with no color, I'm just going to blend that out. Nice and smoky. And lastly, just going back in with that black with that same liner brush and doing the same thing. Now, of course, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to go in with black liner. This one is from Coastal Scents. I really like this liner. I'm applying it right in my waterline. I'm only stopping halfway where that eyeshadow is. This kind of meshes everything together, so I don't have like skin showing. So now I'm going in with my Clinique mascara. I love this mascara. Is that the one it is? Yeah, the Clinique one. It's so good. I'll leave it down below for you guys. I'm applying it to my bottom lashes. So now for that inner corner and the brow bone, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette. And I'm going to be taking this shade with a little bit of this shade and applying it to my inner corner. So it adds that pop of sheen to it. Just mixing them too. So it's not super intense, but still there. And applying it right in my inner corner. Look at that. So pretty. As the brow bone. Just right there in the center. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. I really loved how it turned out. I'm definitely going to be rocking this on Christmas. Let me know if you guys are going to wear this look because I'm really loving it. Okay, so now to bronze, I'm taking the Coastal Scents BRC N27 brush and going back in again with that Laura Mercier bronzer just to warm up the complexion. I really love this bronzer. So I'm doing circular motions starting at the cheek area, going back to my hairline. Sometimes I like to pat it as well, just to kind of get more pigment out of it, as well as my temple. I've been really into these Coastal Scents brushes. I'll leave them down below for you guys. And also, if you go on my Instagram, I have a whole story. It says PR, and you guys can see the brush sets they have. They're really affordable, and they're really great quality. Okay, so now since we're going for a glam look, and it's the holidays, I'm going to contour, which you guys probably never see me do on my channel, because I'm more a fan of like an overall bronze look. We're going to contour today. So I'm going into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm taking this middle shade right here. And I'm going to take that brush I used with the other side. I'm just going to contour just lightly, nothing too crazy. Where I need to be. I'm going to go back into that Laura Mercier powder, and I'm going to clean up that bronzer and contour. Just so it looks perfect. I'm not going to keep it on there. Okay, so now for blush, I'm going to be taking the Coastal Scents customized blush palette that I made. You can go on their site and make any customized eyeshadows or blushes and put them in a pan. So that's what I did right here. I think I'm going to go in with a mixture of these two shades right here. Let me see what they're called. Let me just pop them out with my nail. So this one right here is called Mellow Coral. Now I'm going to be mixing it a little bit with Canyon Clay. And just mixing them too. Applying it very lightly to the apples of my cheeks. Again, so I'm doing a red lip. I don't want anything too drastic. I think the other side that I use for the powder, just to make sure it's blended. I don't want too much blush. Okay, so we are almost done. Now for highlight, I'm going to go back into the Anastasia palette and take these two shades right here just so it meshes with the eyes. This is really going to be intense. I haven't used this palette in so long, but I know, like, look at that. It's so good. This I love for a holiday. And a little bit on the apples. Look at that. Wow. That's intense. Just mixing a little bit of the gold with it, so it's not stark white, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's intense. If you love a blending highlight, this palette, highly recommend. It's so good. Look at that. Oh my god. We'll blend it out. Don't worry. It's so intense. I'm just gonna go back in with that blush, the brush I used for the blush. Okay, so now lastly, well not lastly, we're gonna set the face. So I'm actually gonna mix these two. These are the iconic London Prep Set and Glow Sprays. I'm gonna mix both. This one is in the shade, I know this one's an original. I'm not sure what this one is, but I'm gonna mix them both together, adds a really nice sheen. So first I'm gonna add the darker one. And then I'm going to go over top of it with the lighter one. Go on with my sponge and pat that all down. Okay, so that is the completed face and eye look. I really love how everything turned out. This highlight is so blinding, but I love it. So now for the fun part, we're going to do a red lip. Now I have a bunch of different options for red lip. I'm going to use my favorite, of course, but I'm going to show you guys what I really like. All of these are absolutely great. So the first one right here, if you're looking for more of like a darker red, this one is really great. This one is the Nars Power Matte Lip Pigment in Star Woman. This one's more of a darker red, so if you like more of a darker red, this one's really great. Another one that is so great and lasts on your lips forever is the Maybelline. These are their Super Stay Matte Inks in the shade Pioneer. This is so red and lasts on your lips forever. No joke, forever. So I really like this, and it's from the drugstore. But my all-time favorite is this Victoria's Secret one. I know, crazy, but I love this one. This is a Victoria's Secret Velvet Matte Lip Cream in the shade Desire. It actually came in a lip kit that was titled Sarah's Lip Kit, and it was so cute. So I really love this. Again, I'll leave it down below if I can find it. I'll leave all these lip colors down below. This one actually comes with a red lip liner, which is my favorite, but I can't find it. So for today, we're just going to go in first with the Rimmel Lasting Finish Stay On Lip Contour Pencil, and it's just in red. I'm going to also fill it in as well. I love filling in my liner first just because with the red lip, it tends to come off, so I like to have something underneath. Okay, so that's pretty good for now. Now I'm going to go in with my Victoria's Secret in the shade Desire. This one is so pigmented and it lasts really well. Oh. Okay guys, so that is it for this classic glam holiday Christmas look. I love how it came out. I'm definitely wearing this on Christmas, which is great because I never know what I want to do when it comes down to the day. But now I have something and I can pick an outfit out, so it's perfect. And yeah, I really love how this look came out. Just a super classic makeup look for a holiday. And yeah, I really like it. Let me know down below what you guys doing and what you celebrate and if you're going to rock this look. But yes, that's all I have to say. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.